What is up, guys? That College Gamer here, back at it with another vlog. So, as many of you guys know, this past week, has been a rather special week for everybody in gaming, especially myself and, a lot of people who I interact with. The Nintendo Switch officially released last Thursday or Friday at 12 midnight, and I picked one up. I got it at the midnight release along with Breath of the Wild. As you can see, I'm playing it right now and fight these enemies over here. Just an absolutely fantastic game, and we will get into that in a minute. But I wanted to talk to you guys about, my first impressions of the system and how it feels. Currently what I'm playing, how I feel about it, Breath of the Wild. I'm going to do a more in-depth review coming in the next few weeks, but just kind of some first impressions of Breath of the Wild, and then what I'm looking forward to with the system, and, where it's headed, and things like that. So we're going to jump right into this. First impression out of the box, I was just blown away the first time that I put the Joy-Cons onto the screen and, fired it up. I was just blown away by, a lizard, by how amazing it felt. It felt so much more well built than the Wii U. It wasn't a piece of plastic anymore. It's a solid piece of hardware. And so I turned it on, instantly jumped into, Breath of the Wild and got it going, and it was just absolutely unbelievable. And when you take off the Joy-Cons and hold them in your hand, they're very comfortable. They're a little small, but at the end of the day, they just feel right. They're like almost the perfect size for your hand, kind of going into it and seeing the videos before it was released. You're kind of thinking, wow, those things are tiny and only kids are going to be able to use them. But, that's really not the case. I had some friends over this past weekend to enjoy the event. We actually had 3 Switches in my apartment. Go check my Instagram for a picture of them. It was absolutely insane. But, my friends have bigger hands than I do, just naturally, and the Joy-Cons are comfortable. They can press the buttons just as well as I can. They said it was the perfect size as well for them. So, really no concern on them being too small. We didn't really play any other games besides Breath of the Wild. We played a couple demos and things like that, but nothing beyond Breath of the Wild. It was just a special weekend that we had to enjoy this game, if you know what I'm saying. So Joy-Cons, amazing. Definitely a unique way to play games. I'll get into what I'm looking forward to in a minute, but very unique way to play games. A lot of people were saying, you need the Pro Controller to play Breath of the Wild, and honestly, I do not have it, and I'm just using the dock that comes with it that you hook the Joy-Cons up to. That's all I'm using, and it seems to be working fine. I find it comfortable. I haven't had any real challenges with it or anything like that. So, to those of you thinking you need a Pro Controller, you really don't. So don't fall into that trap. It's not worth it at this time. By all means, it's probably pretty fun if you had a Pro Controller, but it's not necessary for the game. Next, I think I forgot to mention this, but if you follow me on social, you'll know that I got the neon version, and with the cool blue and red Joy-Cons, and I just think it's a nice Nintendo touch. Hopefully they come out with more colors that we can buy. I think that would be awesome. Whether I buy them or not, I'm not sure, but I feel like a lot of the people that bought the black one, or the gray edition, I guess, They're probably going to want, some color in their lives. It is Nintendo. We're all into the Nintendo art style, which is very colorful historically. So, it'd be interesting to see what they do there. Geez, there is just stuff scattered all over this area. So yeah, initial thoughts. The system is amazing. I definitely see myself using it for years to come. There's a lot of concern out there that we're hearing from different people on YouTube and Twitter and so on. But honestly, all that I don't really believe it. It's not. I wouldn't listen to them. Oh, that's not gonna work. Oh, I died. Okay. Next, we have Breath of the Wild. As you saw, I just died. But initial thoughts. The way too early best Zelda game I've ever played in my life. It's just absolutely massive. And I will go show you right now what I'm talking about. So this right here off this little cliff here is just one little portion of the map. And it is just absolutely massive. You'll see in my other Breath of the Wild videos that, again, the massiveness of it. There's so much to do. I have well over 30, 35 hours on the game, and I still feel like, I still stumble across new places, find out new things. Nowhere near 100%ing the game, and I still haven't beat the story mode or anything like that. So it's just fantastic. The way too early best Zelda game I've ever played. Highly recommend picking it up, even if you don't have the Switch. Get it on Wii U. You will not be disappointed, that's for sure. So there's my high-level Breath of the Wild review. It comes down to buy it, and you won't regret it. So, I'll be streaming it on Twitch if you're still, against it, or not against it, but undecided about it. So, check that out. Check out my YouTube videos, and your mind will most likely be changed by watching these videos. Okay. So last thing I want to go over in this vlog, and, this is just Nintendo Switch. First impressions is, what I expect in the future and kind of what I hope to see from the Switch and what I hope Nintendo sees, and I'll go more in depth. I kind of have plans to go more in depth in other videos as we get closer to, E3 and things like that. So I'm hoping that they just completely blow E3 out of the water with games that they announce. We've already talked about in previous vlogs that although the game lineup is quote-unquote lacking right from the beginning, it's actually better than the Xbox One and PS4 launch lineup, so it's not disappointing. And with Mario Kart coming out in about a month, which I will be picking up as well, really no shortage of games in the first few months by any means. But I definitely, there's a huge gap between Splatoon in August and Splatoon 2 coming out in August timeframe. And then, Super Mario Odyssey, which comes out, give or take, sometime in November, early December. So there's going to be a huge gap there. It's going to be interesting what they release, because I would imagine that Nintendo is not just going to go, MIA with exclusives in the first September, October that this thing is out. So really exciting stuff. I look forward to see how they're going to utilize the Joy-Cons more, with two-player and things like that. It's going to be interesting. There's so much potential with this system, and it's just exciting. There really isn't that. There wasn't that sense of what could come about. With the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, at least for me, we kind of knew. Yeah, we're gonna get a new Halo, and yeah, we're gonna get a new Ratchet and Clank, or remastered at least. But we really didn't know, or we already knew, how they're going to play, right? I mean, apparently I didn't blow up. We kind of, it's a typical experience. You're going to play with a controller and, same Halo, different maps, whatever. But with this, it's just like you look at video games completely different, and it's just overall the experiences that you have are just different with the Joy-Cons and all that. So it's going to be interesting to see where it's headed. Oh God, get him! There we go. Ooh, that was kind of scary. I almost died there. So to wrap things up here, so far hardware is amazing. Just the feel of the system, the feel of the Joy-Cons, the ability to just kind of, take it wherever you want, take it over to your friend's house and play, for instance, Breath of the Wild on their couch while they play it on the big screen, or you can use it anywhere else in your house. Very convenient to say the least. The buttons feel fantastic on it, well built. Despite some reviews and bashing videos on YouTube, everything is going well for me, knock on wood. But, nothing bad to say about it from my end. Highly recommend buying it just for Breath of the Wild, and then, the potential games that are coming out in the near future and, the rest of 2017. Very exciting times. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for stopping by for another vlog. As always, check the links in the description below. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. More Breath of the Wild content coming. I'm already pumping a lot out, so hope you guys are enjoying that. And all I ask of you guys is to tell one friend about this vlog series. Get people excited about it. And hope to see you guys out on the next one. Appreciate it.